There is a Hebrew blessing so ancient that it was deliberately buried by scribes, so powerful that kings whispered it before opening the kingdom's coffers, so dangerous to those who used it greedily that it was removed from public texts and preserved only in secret circles of prosperous rabbis. This blessing doesn't ask for money. It does something much deeper and more devastating. Remove invisible obstacles that prevent money from reaching you. Have you ever noticed that there are people who work less than you and earn more? People who seem to attract opportunities like a magnet, while you chase after them and nothing sticks? It's not luck. It's not just skill. It's the absence of blockages. Financial hardship is not just visible poverty. It's something worse. It's prosperity that tries to arrive but cannot pass through. It's as if there's an invisible glass between you and the money. You see it, you desire it, you work hard, but something always blocks it at the last moment. In the next few minutes, I will reveal the complete code of this hidden blessing, word for word, syllable by syllable, and the exact ritual of how to activate it so that you literally begin to dissolve invisible walls who have been securing their finances for years, perhaps decades, perhaps entire generations. But I need to warn you, this is not a magic formula of, say it 3 times and get rich tomorrow. It's spiritual surgery. And all surgery requires courage, precision, and commitment. Answer with brutal honesty, looking into your own heart. Do you truly believe you deserve to be financially prosperous? Or deep down, there's a voice whispering, money isn't for people like me. People in my family never had it. Good people don't get rich. I'm not smart, connected, or lucky enough. That voice is the block speaking. If you feel you've been chosen to break the financial pattern of your lineage, sign up now. This community brings together courageous souls who are rewriting their financial destiny with ancestral wisdom and real spiritual power without empty promises or false shortcuts. In the book of Genesis, there is a story that everyone knows, but few understand its hidden code. Jacob fled his homeland with nothing, literally nothing, just a stone for a pillow and fear following his steps. 20 years later, he returns, and the scriptures say something shocking. And the man grew exceedingly rich, and had many flocks, and female servants, and male servants, and camels, and donkeys. What happened in those 20 years? How does a fugitive with no inheritance become a tycoon? In the preserved manuscripts of the Jewish oral tradition, there is a detail that does not appear in the simple narrative. Jacob discovered and activated a blessing that his grandfather Abraham had received, but which was stuck in their own life because of unresolved issues. The blessing was, "In you all the families of the earth shall be blessed." But Jacob carried something that prevented this blessing from flowing. Guilt for having deceived his father, fear of his brother who swore to kill him, and a deep belief that he did not deserve to prosper because he had begun his journey with trickery. These 3 elements, unresolved guilt, chronic fear, and indignity, are the 3 primary financial blockages that which mystical tradition identifies. The night before meeting his brother Esau, Jacob did something extraordinary. He wrestled with an angel until dawn, and in the final moment he said something that would change everything. "I will not let you go unless you bless me." This phrase is not just determination, it's an unlocking code. Jacob was saying, "I refuse to continue carrying inherited blockages. I demand that the blessing that is trapped be released. Now." And the angel responded by changing his name, changing his identity, from Jacob, deceiver, to Israel, prince with God. The name change was not cosmetic. It was spiritual reprogramming of financial identity. From that day forward, everything Jacob touched prospered, not because he changed his strategy, but because the obstacle was removed. Kabbalistic tradition teaches that there are 3 main types of blockages that impede the flow of prosperity. Guilt block, Avon. This is the most common one. You carry guilt, conscious or unconscious, about something related to money. Perhaps you or someone in your family gained money unfairly. Maybe you still owe someone money and never resolved it. Maybe you did something that hurt others because of greed. Financial guilt creates a kind of automatic spiritual tax. Subconsciously, you sabotage yourself. You reject opportunities. You spend what you earn because deep down you don't feel worthy of retaining prosperity. Fear blocking, pachad. Fear of losing. Fear of not being capable. Fear that if you have money, something bad will happen. This blockage turns you into a leaky vase. Money comes in, but it constantly leaks out. You win and you lose, win and you lose. You never retain. Financial fear isn't just nervousness. It's a spiritual entity that literally repels abundance. Like two magnets with the same pole, the closer you get to prosperity, the stronger the repulsion becomes. Identity blocking. Kavod atzmi. This is the most subtle and devastating. You simply don't see yourself as someone prosperous. When you look in the mirror, you see someone who is always in need. When you imagine your future, you see more of the same. This blockage is an identity prison. You can learn all the financial strategies in the world, but if your spiritual identity says I am poor, you will find creative ways to remain poor. The blessing that removes these blockages has a 4-movement structure, each attacking a specific layer of the problem. First movement, recognition, hakarat hatov. You start by not asking for more, but by recognizing what already exists. This is the antidote to a scarcity mindset. You declare, aloud, each thing you already have, no matter how small. I have air in my lungs. I have eyes that see. I have hands that work. I have a roof over my head. This may seem too simple, but it's devastatingly powerful. You're reprogramming your brain to see abundance where before you only saw scarcity. Second movement, confession and liberation. Vidui v'slach. Here you name aloud the financial guilt. Not with paralyzing shame, but with the intention of releasing it. If I, or my parents, or my grandparents, gained money unjustly, I confess. If we hurt someone out of greed, I acknowledge it. If we stole, lied, or manipulated for money, I bring this to light now, and I ask, release me from this guilt. It no longer defines me. This movement is like shining a light into a dark basement. The dirt that was hidden, causing spiritual mold, is finally exposed and can be cleaned. Third movement, breaking vows, hatarat nedarim. This is a secret that few know. Often, without realizing it, you or your ancestors have taken disguised vows of poverty. Money is the root of all evil. It is easier for a camel to pass through the eye of a needle. Rich people are selfish. Our family never had and never will have. These are not just thoughts. They are decrees that become reality. In this movement, you break those vows. I renounce every vow of poverty made by me or my lineage. I break every declaration that money is evil, that prosperity corrupts, that abundance is not for us. I declare these vows null and void. Finally, you declare who you are now, not who you were. I am a child of Abraham, an heir to blessings. I am a channel through which prosperity flows to heal the world. I am worthy of abundance, not because I am perfect, but because I was created in the image of the Creator of all wealth. This statement is not arrogance. It is alignment with spiritual truth. Here is the complete blessing, structured to be recited aloud, preferably in the morning, for 40 consecutive days. Baruch Atah, eternal source of all abundance, creator of visible and invisible riches. I recognize that breath is wealth, health is wealth, a clear mind is wealth, time is wealth. I recognize that I am already rich in dimensions that I have not yet monetized. If there is financial guilt on my part or in my lineage, if there is money gained unjustly, unpaid debts, exploitation, greed, worship of money, I'm bringing all of this to light now. I ask for forgiveness. I release forgiveness. I free myself from this guilt. I renounce all vows of poverty. I shatter the belief that money isn't for me, that my family never prospered, that good people don't get rich. These decrees are now canceled. I declare my new identity. I am a channel of divine prosperity. I am worthy of abundance. I am able to receive, retain, and multiply. I use wealth for blessing, not for selfishness. May every invisible blockage be dissolved now. May financial doors that were locked be opened. May opportunities that didn't see me before begin to notice me. May ideas worth their weight in gold enter my mind. May it be fulfilled in me. The Lord will open his good treasure. Amen. This blessing doesn't work when you feel like it. It requires disciplined timing. 40 consecutive days, complete transformation number. If you skip a day, start over. In the morning, before starting the day, before the world's scarcity mindset catches up with you. Out loud, your voice creates frequency. Blockages are distorted frequencies that need to be replaced. with hands on chest, connecting the statement with the emotional center. Some days you will feel empowered. Other days it will feel like just words. Keep going. Transformation doesn't happen in feelings. It happens in consistency. The blessing removes blockages, but you still need to walk through the doors that open. This means that along with the daily blessing, you should take at least one aligned financial action. Learn something new about money, an article, a book chapter. Settle a debt, even a small one. Offer your work or idea to someone. Give something away, breaking the scarcity mindset. Invest something, however small. Blessings clear the path. Your actions build the road. Roberto, the salesman who never closed. Roberto was an excellent salesman, in theory. He knew the products, knew how to present them, and always came close to closing the deal. But at the last minute, something always happened. The client would back out. The budget would be cut. A competitor would show up at the last minute. 11 years at the same company. Always second best, never the champion. The frustration was killing him inside. When he heard about financial blockages and the hidden blessing, something clicked. He remembered his father's story. He was unfairly fired from a company and in anger stole expensive equipment before leaving. The family lived for years with the shadow of this unconfessed guilt. Roberto began the 40 days. He recited the blessing every morning in the car before entering the office. On the 20th day, he did something he never had the courage to do. He called the company his father had stolen from, it still existed, and offered to pay the debt in symbolic installments, even decades later. The company found it strange but accepted it. Roberto wasn't expecting magic. But on the 33rd day, he closed the biggest contract of his career. And 3 more big contracts in the following weeks. Something had changed in his luck, or rather, the invisible block had been removed. Claudia, entrepreneur of multiple failures. Claudia had already started 4 businesses. They all started well and then collapsed inexplicably. She began to believe that she wasn't born to be an entrepreneur. In therapy, she discovered something. Her great-grandmother, a successful entrepreneur from the countryside, was sabotaged by envy and died poor and bitter, telling her family, "Never try to prosper, the world won't let you." That phrase became a curse disguised as wisdom and was passed down through 3 generations. Claudia unknowingly carried a vow of deliberate failure as protection. She began reciting the blessing, specifically focusing on breaking the vow. She cried many times during the first few weeks, remembering her great-grandmother. On the 40th day, he opened his 5th business, but this time with a completely different mindset. He wasn't trying to prove anything. He was operating under a new identity. I prosper as an honor to my great-grandmother, not as a betrayal of her. Today, 3 years later, the business is thriving, not without challenges, but without that pattern of mysterious collapse. The Costa family and the generational blockage of debts. The Costa family lived in a cycle. Someone would manage to rise a little, then a huge emergency would appear and throw everyone back down. It seemed like a repetitive script that had been going on for decades. During a family gathering, the oldest uncle told a story that no one knew. His great-grandfather had been a cruel moneylender, destroying families for money. He died rich, but alone and cursed by the community. That sparked an idea. Could the whole family be paying off a spiritual debt? They decided to do something radical. Together, the whole family, 12 adults, recited the blessing for 40 days, each in their own home, but all at the same time, 7 a.m. Furthermore, they created a small collective fund and every month donated to indebted families in difficult situations. They were symbolically undoing the work of the great-grandfather. Over the next 6 months, 2 members were promoted. One managed to renegotiate a huge debt under miraculous conditions. 3 of them started small businesses that took off. The cycle of rising and falling was broken, not because they became rich overnight, but because the destructive pattern was dissolved. But I have no financial guilt. I never stole. I never cheated anyone. A guilt block isn't always your own. It can be inherited, and it's not always a crime. It can simply be financial shame. Shame for having been poor, shame for having asked for help, shame for bad decisions. The blessing works because you are clearing the field, even without knowing exactly what needs to be cleared. It's like formatting a computer full of viruses you didn't even know existed. I've already tried positive affirmations and they didn't work. Why would this blessing be any different? Affirmations say, I am rich, while your deepest self screams lie. Blessing doesn't deny reality. It addresses the root cause. You're not pretending to be prosperous. You're removing what prevents true prosperity from flowing. It's the difference between painting over a moldy wall and removing the mold before painting. 40 days seems like a long time. Isn't there something faster? Deep spiritual transformation has no shortcuts. You might find something faster, but it will be superficial and temporary. 40 days is not arbitrary. It's the biblical cycle of complete transformation. If you don't have 5 minutes a day for 40 days to change your financial life, then your blockage isn't a lack of money. It's a lack of prioritization. For those ready for an advanced level, there is a practice called tzedakah kavanah, donation with the intention of unlocking. Every week, for 40 days, donate a small amount, even $5 or $10 with this specific intention. This money I give now is not to impress or bargain with heaven. It is a declaration that I no longer operate in scarcity. I am a channel, not a reservoir. What flows through me returns multiplied. This practice speeds up the unlocking process because you are acting against fear. Fear holds us back. Faith liberates us. Every donation is a blow against the blockage. Here is your complete protocol. For 40 consecutive days, wake up 10 minutes earlier. Place your hands on your chest. Recite the entire blessing aloud. Choose one aligned financial action for that day. Give something, money, time, skill, at least once a week. Write down 3 things at the end of each week. A door that opened, a blockage you noticed, an internal change. If you skip a day, start over from scratch. This isn't punishment. It's like antibiotics. You need the full course to be effective. And now, son of abundance, daughter of prosperity, receive this final blessing as one receives the keys to heavenly vaults. May every invisible block that has held back your finances for years, for decades, for entire generations, be dissolved at this moment like salt in running water. May doors that were sealed since before you were born now open, creaking open, heavy, but opening nonetheless. May opportunities that never saw you before begin to seek you out. May people with resources look at you and say, I need to work with this person. May guilt that wasn't yours be removed. May fear learned from your family be unlearned. May an identity of scarcity be replaced by an awareness of abundance. May valuable ideas enter your mind like celestial downloads. May you see opportunities where others see only problems. May your hands touch what others cannot grasp. May your work multiply. May your investment grow. May your business prosper. May your debts be paid and your barns filled. And never forget, wealth is not just for you. It is through you to heal, bless, and liberate others. May it be fulfilled in you. The Lord will open his good treasury. Go in prosperity. Go for full unlock. Go for wealth with purpose. Shalom.